Here are 3 mistakes that most blue hivers actually make, which makes them lose out on 70% honey. So make sure you guys do watch this video to figure it all out and how to avoid these mistakes. Now at the end of this video, I'll also be giving you guys 1 bonus tip. So technically this is going to be 3 mistakes and then a bonus tip for you guys. So make sure you guys watch up until the very end. The very first mistake that people actually make, and they don't know this at all, or they don't notice this that much, that is going to be your polar power. Now your polar power right here gives your beast a lot of max energy. Even I'm guilty of this. If you are going to be macroing very efficiently as a blue hive, you need a minimum of, I think it was 1,000 now. And as you can see, I only have 445, which is obviously horrible. Although I have only been playing for 30 days. But it's still not an excuse. I should have had this at least 500-600 already. But I am currently working on it right now. The amount of polar power when you actually have 1,000 increases your honey making by so much. Because your bees don't actually go to sleep that often. And you also have a lot of opportunity to have all your tokens in the field. At the second mistake, when people actually send me their graphs when I'm helping out the other blue hivers as they are just starting out. One of the mistakes that I always see is that their nectars are ridiculously garbage. Now, as a blue hive, you only have 3 important nectars to maintain. The other 2 are just bonuses because all they give is a bit of extra honey and then, of course, the convert rate. But the most important ones that you actually need, and as a bonus here, by the way, make sure your clock is at 5 so that you get an extra 5% extra pollen. But getting back to the topic here, your nectars. The most important nectar that you need to maintain is going to be comforting. And then you need motivating next. And the third one you need is satisfying. Now, motivating and comforting gives you a lot of honey for blue pollen, viability rate, convert rate. And then for satisfying gives you honey per pollen. Gives you the, it's okay convert rate, but you get the 1.5 honey at hive, which is overpowered. That is extremely important. And if you guys want planter guides, nectar guides, make sure you guys do comment that down below. I'll make sure to show you guys that as well. And the third mistake that I see most blue hivers make is that their balloon blessing is so low. Now, balloon blessing, you can do just a normal balloon blessing boost, or you can do the RBC boost. If you were to take a look here right now, I am actually doing an RBC boost, but I have just stopped to record this video. But I'm not going to go in depth. Basically, you just need to have your balloon as high as possible before you actually convert. So as you can see here, let's use this as an example. It's obviously not accurate. Usually my balloon would be at least 100 billion. But at 33 blessing, right, over here I have 45. Now, the higher your blessing, the more capacity you can actually get and the more honey at hive. Same thing for the satisfying their honey at hive bonuses is really, really good. So I highly recommend doing a small boost. First, try and get your balloon blessing as high as possible before you actually start macroing so that you have the maximum amount of honey at hive for your level. And as a bonus tip, guys, if you guys want to just make more honey, make sure you guys macro in servers. The more people there are, usually 4 people would be enough, and then have some alt accounts. If there's no alt accounts, it's fine. Just try and macro with high-level players and try to avoid servers that actually have tornadoes, or not tornado, the windy bee, because windy bee will decrease the amount of honey you actually make if they are on the other people's hives. Their windy bee will be stealing your bubbles, which means your popstar is going to be absolutely trash. So make sure you stay away from people who use windy bees in macroing servers. And that pretty much does wrap up the video. Make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video.